Uno Mixed is presented to you by Pepsi. That's what I like.
Howdy everyone, I'm Hannah Devonzo and welcome to this month's edition of Uno Mixed. There's a lot of exciting things for us coming up on the show where you'll see myself and our interns try out extreme sports. Take a look. On this segment of Uno Mix, KUAM's intern Kate Balser and I face off in paintball. We started off with a lesson from our instructor Kyle Padilla, as Kate and I have never done this before.
Number one is safety is always wear your goggles at all times. You always want to keep your goggles on. Always make sure it's nice and secure, nice and tight, and we always need to wear the chin strap, just in case the mask comes off. We did have it happen sometimes where the mask would fly off, but then we have our refs to keep us safe. But we have the refs to keep us safe, so if that does happen, just put your face on the ground, eyes or hands covering your eyes, and just tuck in. And the ref will come in and assist you. Do not go looking for your mask, okay? Gun safety. So we call this a barrel plug. It's one of the most safest things that we always have to have inside the pit. You always want to keep this on when you come in. We do have a sign that says goggles on before we leave, and we have a sign on the other side that says barrel plugs on before you come in. And you never want to point the gun at someone even though it's off or has the barrel plug on. Always treat the gun as it is live. Now that we are in the field, you can take off your barrel plug. Always point the marker down. Never point the marker at someone. This will be the marker that you guys will be using. So to turn it on, there's just a button here. Just hold it, it'll light up. So the gun is now on. Okay? And then to turn on the hopper, which is basically like a magazine for the marker, just press this button and it's on. Once it's on, it's already live. The trigger is really sensitive, so like just a slight touch. That's why you always want to keep your finger off the trigger until the game starts. Just try to get it. Make it shoot faster.
And it was time to get out on the field. We split up to separate teams and were ready to face off.
All right, boys, ready?
While this was just for fun, I'd like to note that I did hit Kate first, but she definitely did hit me as well. Surprisingly, it didn't hurt that bad and overall was a very fun and exhilarating sport. Thank you to Guam Paintball Junkie for letting us join you guys. If you're interested in playing paintball, the group holds a pickup game on Sundays where anyone can come out and play. They also host private party reservations, and for more information, contact 671-488-5783. It was a good game. I was so nervous about getting hit, but it really didn't hurt that bad, and I will be coming back. So thank you to Guam Paintball Junkies for having Kate and I. We have more exciting things coming up on the show. You're watching Uno Mixed.
Uno Mixed is presented to you by Pepsi. That's what I like. Uno Mixed is presented to you by Pepsi. That's what I like.
Welcome back to Uno Mix. Now it's time to jump to another exciting Uno Mix shoot. Watch to see Kobe Onodera and I in dual action. Let's roll the clips. On this segment of Uno Mix, Kobe Onodera and I tried the sport fencing. We both were unfamiliar with the sport and have actually only seen it done in movies, so we thought, why not give it a try at the University of Guam? And we were coached by one of the best. Meet our instructor, Anthony Camacho. He's the president of the Guam Fencing Federation.
To salute, you just raise your arm sort of like this. Okay, like this. That's how it looks like from the side. All right, here we go. Here, see with me, nice with you. Okay, class begins. All we're gonna do, this leg, your right leg, turn it this way. Turn your head this way. Okay, go. Keep this arm back like this. Okay. And very good. Okay. And here's what we're gonna do. Yep, no, don't move your foot. You have purpose. Okay. Okay, arm out. No, right arm. Face me. Face me. Face me. Arm out. Your rear arm is up. We're gonna bend our knees. Okay. And that almost is the that shoulder back a little bit. Okay, very good. Okay, make your toes on your right foot point towards me, please. Okay, point towards me. Okay. Pretty good. So that is the on guard position. To advance, we start with our lead foot. All right. And what we're going to do is we're just going to pick up our toes. We're going to kick up and out, push off. Okay. Not so high, just just a little bit of try pick up our rear heel and move that up. Okay. Very good. Let's try it again. On your knees. Okay. Just kind of a kick up. Okay. Heels. That's how we're advancing. Got it. Rear heel. Okay. Very good. Okay. Don't get your heels together. Your heels are in line, but try to keep them shoulder width apart. Okay. So that's the advantage. Now the retreat. Same thing, but in reverse. Okay. So essentially, I'm going to pick my rear heel up, left foot, step back. Pick the toes up, my lead foot, step back. Okay. Rear heel up, step back. Lead toes up, my step back. Okay. Are you ready for a quick exercise? The grip is very important. A bad grip will result in essentially a bad form, a bad technique, right? So let's just hold. You see that little arch? That's where your index finger goes. Okay. Your thumb goes right on top of that. Okay. Just like this. Just put your hands out like that. There you go. And believe it or not, with just your thumb and your forefinger, you can do just about all the movement necessary. So the first thing is we extend the arm. Shoulder. Now the arm is at shoulder height. Okay. And then the tip is just slightly lower than the hand. Okay. Ever so slightly lower than the hand. Just go like this. Okay. There we go. Straighten the arm. Okay. Just start with the straightened arm. Then we're going to lift the toes of our lead foot, in this case our right foot. Make sure that we've got our knees bent, okay? And then we're going to kick off, basically, what we're going to do, to tell you simply here, right now our weight is equally distributed amongst both our feet. Okay, at the end of this, our weight's going to be on our lead foot. Okay, we're going to shift the weight. And not only that, the attack does not come from the arm. So believe it or not, we're not stabbing our opponent, we're lunging into our opponent by kicking off and straightening our rear leg. Okay? So you're gonna raise the right foot ever so slightly and kick off. Okay? And land on your lead foot.
And now it was time for our one-on-one match.
Score is 1-0. Ready? Finish. Okay, so you attack, parry, riposte, touche, point. Score is 2, 0. Ready? Go with your game, man. Ready? Fence. Hold. Okay, the attack. The attack is parry. The riposte is touche. Okay, so now the score is 2-1. Yeah? Ready? Fence. Hold. Okay. Attack. This one was really easy. Attack, parry, riposte, touche, point. The score is now 2 each.
At this point, all proper form and technique went out the door and we both just wanted to win. Thank you to our instructor, Anthony Camacho. Fencing is a class offered to students at UOG, but is also open to the public for free. If you're interested in fencing, you can contact 671-735-2862. And I won't be a sore loser about it, so congrats to Kobe for winning the match. Fencing was actually really technical, but nonetheless a super fun sport. Keep it here, Pepsi Pulse is after the break.
Uno Mixed is presented to you by Pepsi. That's what I like. Uno Mixed is presented to you by Pepsi. That's what I like.
Welcome back to the show. It's now time to jump into our segment that features up-and-coming local talent. Here's this month's Pepsi Pulse.
It's time for your Pepsi Pulse.
From educators to content creators, it's safe to say they aren't your usual media influencers. I'm talking about Palm Trio 670 from Saipan.
So actually, we had this whole idea of starting a YouTube channel, and it actually started through a social media platform where we post stories, of us just making jokes, like playing around and stuff, and people found it funny and they like the vibes that we give off. So they're like, why don't you guys start a channel? And so we always had the idea of Palm Trio, but we never really started it till when the pandemic hit. We thought, okay, this is our time to start it, and so we started it, and yeah, that's how we started.
So we actually had a group chat on WhatsApp since like 2018, and we called it Palm Trio. But we never really did anything. We never made content or anything until 2020. So it was really when the pandemic was at its peak that we really took advantage of the season, and we just ran with it.
With three bright and positive minds, they hope to bring a sense of hope and good vibes to the palms of viewers.
So honestly, for us, we post a lot of random content. We post like our daily lives, collaborations. We love to collab with people in our community, and we like to also do like little skits, things that we find funny and we hope that other people find funny. What we want people to take from our content is honestly just have fun, laugh with us, enjoy our videos, and like, for us, you see three very different people, and you don't usually see these type of people on screen, and like for us, we're trying to say like, be yourself. We're being ourselves. It's okay to be yourself.
Yeah, we really hope to like empower people, especially coming from a really small island, the Marianas. We hope to someday get big, but we also want others to follow and just let them know that even if you're from a small island, you can do bigger things.
As we know, teachers and content creators are two different fields. The group shared what made them start up the trio.
Well, I don't know. I can't really speak for all three of us, but like for me personally, I've always loved making little videos. Like, I don't know if you guys remember Vine. I used to always post random videos on there, and then like when people started commenting on our stuff on Instagram and reacting to it, and these guys were they said they were down. I'm like, oh my god, I found people. You know, like the people I'm with every day are down to do things like this. So I was like, okay, let's do it, because you know I love doing random stuff on, and like I love seeing people's reaction.
With what Lou said, three different people, we all have our different talents and skills, and I guess it all just connected. It's just like, I guess, a perfect connection, I would say, because we like to be creative, and you know, with social media being such a big platform nowadays, when we see like those videos on TikTok, on Vine, on YouTube, it's like, oh, like why don't we try something like this? Like, what if we put our twist to this?
The feedback from their island community has been great.
So the community's reaction, I think that, you know, we've been so overwhelmed with the support. It's been great, you know, and it's like when we get recognized in public, it's kind of weird, right? Because it's really new to us, but like, yeah, it's all been positive feedback, and yeah, just the community has been great.
They shared the hurdles of creating content.
So I guess one of the challenges that we've encountered was, you know, when our ideas clash together, and it's like so hard to choose which one we should stick with and like start creating, because the ideas are so different, and it's just, you know, it's that's a challenge to us. But somehow, you know, but somehow, you know, when we have our ideas together, we're just like, okay, like those are good ideas. Let's just keep coming up with more. And then later on, once those ideas start forming, we try to like integrate it with each other, and so it works out.
Like another challenge I think that we have is equipment wise. We honestly, I'm gonna be honest, we use an iPhone to record our videos. We don't really use like professional equipment. So, you know, like sometimes our iPhone is full from storage, or, you know, things like that. That's probably one of our biggest challenges.
Well, another thing that I want to highlight is like the we have very limited resources, like, you know, because in Saipan, you know, there's not many number one things to do, and like, you know, there's not many places to like purchase our equipment and stuff, but like, you know, we just try to like do our best and make do with what we have.
The three shared tips to those who may be interested in joining the world of content creation.
A piece of advice that I would like to give to anybody who's starting something new is that, you know, you're probably not going to get the support from like everybody that you wish would support you, but like don't let that kill your flame, you know, like just keep going and going and going, and eventually hopefully they catch on, and you know, they're like, hey, you know, what you're doing, I like it, let me help you out by sharing or following your stuff. But either way, even if they don't, just keep doing you, man.
Don't be afraid, you know, of the ideas that you want to put out, or like to be afraid of who you are, because you know, social media is really big. There's gonna be an audience for you, your ideas, you know, people are somebody's gonna react to it, someone's gonna love it, you know. So yeah, just don't be afraid, just do it. As long as you're not hurting anybody, you know, then yeah, just do it.
If you have a goal, a dream, or a vision in life, and you want to achieve it, I say just go for it, because if not now, then when?
To laugh and follow their journey, like their social media pages on all platforms at Palm Trio 670.
Thank you, Palm Trio, for coming by our KUAM studio all the way from Saipan. The group is hilarious, and we definitely enjoyed our time with them. Keep it here to Uno Mix.
Uno Mixed is presented to you by Pepsi, that's what I like. Uno Mixed is presented to you by Pepsi, that's what I like.
Welcome back to Uno Mix. Before we wrap up the show, here's this month's Sunday Vibes. It's now time to close out the show. Thank you guys for watching. I'm Hannah Devonzo, and I hope you enjoyed this month's episode of Uno Mix.